what's going on in your school right now, the work that you're doing, the classes that you're taking, and how you projecting yourself in the near future when you finish your degree and the type of job that you will be taking when you have your degree.
That would be impressionable for him,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to be an example for him,
Okay.
and so bringing him to the school, let him see what's available, because before he out of school, he's gonna be trying to get into college himself. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely he needs to see what I'm dealing with some things he may have to deal with, maybe even a higher level, because as we get older, the mathematics and all the different sciences get a little more difficult, but young minds can deal with it. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely he needs to be exposed to that, to let him see what efforts I'm making to be a better father and be a better person.
Exactly. And when you call your wife now that she moved with her mother, with her mother, um, does she bring up anything about like the problem about school and how she feels? Does she really talk about her feelings?
Yeah, but I don't like the idea that she talking to her mother instead of talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because then her mother has this attitude that I see displayed when I try to get over there and stay for a little while. I'm uncomfortable because her mother feels that I'm not treating her daughter right.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that's another problem,
Mm-hmm.
and that's there. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really school is the problem,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to really
Mm-hmm.
give more attention to my wife. I really do.
Mm-hmm. I think you should feel proud of yourself of what you have accomplished because going to school, having a full time job, and taking care of your family it's a lot. And so far you've been doing wonderful. So I think you should feel very proud of yourself and your wife and your son too because what you're doing right now with your life is something very positive.
Well, I think so too. Thank you for saying so. I think so too. It's just the issue of my wife and I and my son, us being family, and that's what's important to me.
Hmm.
And until that's done, can nothing else be
And
done.
how you doing school?
I'm
How you
doing good.
doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
I've been getting A's, but now it's more like
Mhm.
B minus.
Okay.
Because of the stress level.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I really need to talk to my wife and son about that, and to respect our mother too. We all family.
Yes, that's true. Maybe you could call your wife and tell her that you're gonna try to um do all the homeworks on school. So when you come home, you could spend some time like helping her cooking, or maybe you could try on your day off. You do all the cooking and tell her to stay in bed, or maybe you could take her to the park or take her to watch a movie or something like that. Something that will make her feel good and that you appreciate her and that you're really happy about all the things that she's been doing for you.
I think she would like that. You know, um, I'm surprised that I haven't thought about that. See, the stress don't allow you to think about the things that's really important so much. So definitely, I think I can do more help around her house. Help her mother. We all go shopping together. I really wanted to come on back to my house, to our house. So I guess I have to be more receptive to her. And not be so caught up in just what I need to do. It's what we need to do together.
Okay. Okay. Let's review what I know. You had told me already. You tell me, the basically your problem is that because you going to school full time,
Hmm.
you working full time.
Hmm.
Right now, there's some kind of disagreement between your wife and you because she feel you're not really spending enough time with her.
That's right.
Okay. Um, how things going in your job?
Well, the job is good. I'm taking care of my concerns on the job. I maintain my area of responsibilities on my job. So the issue is not the job, it's the school.
Okay. Okay. So you feel what is really causing you stress is not your job. Everything is good at your job.
Yes.
What is really causing you stress is school because you taking too many classes,
Right, which is,
and it causing you problem. So the job is not causing you problem with your wife. What is causing you trouble with your wife is the school.
yes, and the time away from my wife because of school.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think if you let her know that you understand what she's going through, and that definitely for the following semester you're not gonna take 4 classes anymore, that you maybe only gonna take 2 or 3.
I could
I
probably
think
take
that
two.
will really help understand that you really understand what she's going through, and that you really are trying your best for the relationship to become to an agreement, or maybe or something that you and her used to have before.
Yes, definitely. Yes, and that's the direction in which I've been reflecting on taking it in, so that she and I can be together as we once was. So definitely that's the place we need to be in our heads.
Maybe something you could also do is like trying to find like maybe like an article that it talk about um uh, couples that one of the partner go to school and have a full-time job, and how they come to an agreement or working things out, or maybe find a movie that is related to what's going on right now, and maybe after you and her watch the movie, you could ask her like, what do you think, or just do you
Yeah,
like the movie, and maybe that will help us see that it's not only her going through the same thing.
there are several movies out like that now too, and I think we appreciate watching it because it kind of reflects our own relationship and how that relationship resolves itself by interacting with each other. So I agree with you that movies and certain readings can help uh, uh, stimulate a stronger relationship, make us more sensitive to each other. So yes, I agree with you, and thank you for suggesting that. And I'm gonna bring that to my wife. I'm gonna call her and let her know that I have some ideas I want us to discuss pertaining to how we can make a better relationship
How
better.
how about her? The besides staying home, does she does anything else? Does she work, or she go to school? What else
Well,
she
she
does?
she does some daycare. She works over at the daycare.
Okay.
That's what she does. And she's pretty intelligent, and the children love her over there, and the parents appreciate her in that area as a daycare teacher, and someone who takes care of the kids and educates them in their infant ages. So she does that pretty well. But she has enough time to be home also.
Okay.
So it seems like I'm not making an equal contribution because I'm not giving enough time to
Mhm.
be there with her. When she get off, I'm still in school.
Mhm.
So a lot of times she eating by herself or with my son rather than us sharing a meal together. So it's really rough, and I think she has a valid reason to be uncomfortable in the relationship that we have because it hasn't always been like that.
Okay. So if I understand, she works, but she spend a lot of time at home,
Yes.
and by you going to working, and also being a full-time student, it make you feel guilty because you feel like you can't contribute to the relationship the same way that she does,
That's
because
right.
she works, but she also spend time at home. You work, but beside working you also have to go to school, so the time that you could spend with her when she's home, you have to go to school.
Yes.
And that really make you feel that maybe you're not really contributing the same way that she's doing to the
Yeah.
relationship.
Right. A lot of times you say, "What relationship?" Ain't no relationship because when I get out from work, I'm in school, and when I get out from school, I'm sleeping. So it really ain't no time to really for her. I guess you can say I've been selfish and not really aware of how important it is in order to maintain a good relationship that you have a relationship with your wife and your family. So
But maybe you should understand that a lot of couples that are in the same situation like you, and they going through a lot of stress too.
well,
It's not like it's only you that is going through something like that. There's a lot of people that are in the same situation like you. They working, they go to school, they trying to improve themselves by obtaining a higher degree, so they later on they could have a better job.
Yes, I agree. I think what is problem with us is that we haven't been talking about it. We just been beefing about it, been arguing about it, but not really talking about it and seeing how we both can work it out.
Okay.
And so I think that's the point of reference of working it out, talking it out, and planning it, and not just arguing with each other because things are not like we anticipated it.
Let's do an exercise. Imagine that you're sitting right now in front of your wife.
All right.
What will be the things that you would like to tell her?
First of all, that I appreciate her. You know, that I don't take her for granted. That I love her. That I respect her. You know, and I miss her.
Okay.
And I want to be the type of man that she saw me and saw me when we first got married. You know, I don't want her to see me as being different or changing. And I just want her to be more patient with me and let me resolve these other things that are interfering in our relationship.
I feel all of that sounds great. Now you just need to find the time
Yes.
and a place where you could sit with her and tell her all of that, and give a few minutes to reflect and all the things that you just gonna say to her, and then let her know that you really kind of feeling sad because you can give her the time that she deserves, but that she also need to understand that everything that you're doing is for a better future for her, for you, for your son, and for yourself.
Yes. Thank you, Mercedes. I really appreciate your counsel. That's very been helpful.
And I think for school, what you really need to maybe talking to your advisor, and maybe you could ask your advisor to check how many more courses you need to take to obtain your degree, and maybe if it's not that many classes, instead of taking 4 classes, you could just start taking 2 or 3 classes, and that will give you an extra day. Also, you could try taking classes online, and that way you won't have to be in school.
He'll be at the house doing that.
You will be in the house, and maybe you could help her cook, and then after you could tell her like, I need an hour or two to make my homework or to read.
Right.
You know, and that, I think that will really help with the relationship,
Yes,
if
I
you
think
start
so.
using those different skills.
I'll do that.
Um, what about you say you don't have no problems at work. Everything is good at work, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so work is not an issue here. What I understand, what is really causing you concern is school and no providing your wife with no time to spend with her.
Exactly.
Okay. What I would like for when you comes to see me next week is that you write down like in a journal things that you would like to talk about, things that you would like to focus more.
That's a good idea. Yes.
And maybe when you come next week at the same time in same day, then we will talk about school, and also you could tell me about if things are improving with your wife, and how she's feeling after you let her know that for the next semester you're gonna try to take less classes.
All right.
So, like I said, for our next session, please bring in a list of things that you would like to talk about, and I will see you next week at the same time.
Okay. I can
Okay.
do that. And thank you so much.
And thank you, Pablo, for coming. It was a pleasure meeting
And
you.
thank you for the counsel. And I'll pass it on to my wife.
Okay. How do you stop this?